Welcome into another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. We're here together, me and Trent. We're homies, best friends. Some could even say closer than friends at some points in time, like partners. Yes, that's us, guys. I'm just kidding. Hey, check out that golden like button if you like comedy, and smash it up to the upside, but not down to the downside if you don't like comedy. But because that's what we're here for, is to make numbers go up and people smile with laughter and hugs and money. Guys, hit that subscribe button. You hear the bell. You got a golden bell. It's just in that corner over there. And we have to ask for it on YouTube. And everybody knows why. YouTube has a secret shadow banning algorithm that happens if you don't ask for the YouTube subscription button. But over there on Rumble, I don't even know if Trent knows this, but we're up to like 29 or 26 subscribers over there. I mean, we were popping off this last week. So thank you so much for that Rumble support and Kick. Kick's always kicking it in gear. So, I mean, much appreciation, guys. We just really enjoy everything that you do for us, and we're here for you just like you're here for us. Today, I brought me a monkish... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I got a mango margarita. You know, it's really funny, Trent, because I went and visited my buddy down in Utah, and they don't sell these in Utah. I'm like, hey, dude, I'm going to bring you some of these. These are like some of my favorite drinks. I like to smash a couple of them, get a good buzz. And they run about 12.5%. And, you know, I'm like, hey, man, here you go. I handed him one. He's like, started to take a sip and goes, oh, no. He's like, I can't do these. He's like, these are too strong. I'm like, dude, you're like pushing like 250. I'm like 160. And I do two of them before I even get going. I was like, that's the difference between the Utah alcohol level and the American Washingtonian.
But do they not sell alcohol? I mean, liquor in Utah, or what?
You can get.
I guess they do, but you have like restrictions around what you get to call beer or whatever. You know, I don't know.
I know in our state, Costco went and bought like the state on like liquor licenses or something like that. They lobbied it. And I remember when I was in Utah, you know, like you got the refrigerator doors, like you get milk at, you know, the regular store. Well, Utah had one door, and it was light beer. It was Bud Light, Corona, Budweiser, PBR, and that was it. That's all they had in the beer selection of the store. If you wanted anything else that wasn't those four items, you had to go to the liquor store, which has a very strict, limited option policies, and they don't let you back in. If you walk out that door and you forget you bought one beer, you want to go back get the other one. Sorry. That's not happening in Utah. Nice try.
The Mormon Church just like controls the legislation in Utah. You know, they tried to control United States legislation as a whole. You know, trying to push in Romney in 2012 or whatever it was. But do you know what the market?
Californian.
You know what the market cap of the Mormon Church is?
2.4 million. Hey, what's up, Nate?
I forget exactly, but it's like close to the market cap of Ethereum, unless I'm tripping. Let me see.
You know where Mormons get most of the money?
Investments.
Maybe the Mormons own all the Ethereum. You know, it was a Mormon invented product. You know, Mind Your Biz is over out there in Utah.
Yeah.
Did you get any double time today, Nate? Go buy some crypto with it.
Some figures are showing 265 billion. So let me come over here to CoinMarketCap, and okay, that's not quite as high as Ethereum, but it is slightly higher than XRP. How about that?
Teaching my son over here how to play the N64. I have to keep glancing over. Calvin, what's crack-a-lackin', Calvin? What's up, gents? Spent the last week in Hood River absolutely no internet. LOL. Shout out to XRP 8. What a week for alts, dude. And it's just getting started, dude. Just getting started.
Hood River, is that where people are shooting guns and ducking for cover at the river?
That's where Taylor Swift lives. No pulled off road today. I clocked out at 3. Oh, you pulled roll off today. I clocked out. Yeah, nice, man. Nice. Trent, curiosity.
Yeah.
I was looking at this earlier. Is this a double top on Stellar? And on the monthly, and I only asked that because like here's HBAR, no double top, and here's XRP, no double top. But Stellar kind of has like a double top looking cat ears.
Even if it was, I don't really care. But we before we get there, we have to cover news.
I know, but I feel like I like doing bubbles first and then the news.
Okay. We can do that.
That's okay. Too late.
Too late.
What's up, GIG? Gaming TV. He's out there streaming on his TV. All right, guys. We just jumped into Coin Tell America, the truth of crypto. So that's what we're going to get into. I actually haven't pulled this up yet, so we're going to read it together.
Oh, wait. We missed my pour. Today, I'm bringing a geometry of chance, because there's a chance that we go fill that CME gap at $114,000. And this is a hazy double IPA from Monkish Brewing Company out of Torrance in Anaheim, California. And it's coming in at 8.2% even. ASMR pop.
There you go. Nice.
Our pour. Not pour like, the kind of pour you become after not buying enough Bitcoin, but pour like, watch me pour this spear out of the
GIG, what's your favorite altcoin and what do you hold the most of?
Nice opaque yellow color. Solid. Not as good as the other one, but solid. So, yeah, let's come back to the.
Are you gonna be around tomorrow, Trent? Like around 5?
Yeah. I saw the message.
All right.
Yeah.
If he responds, did he respond back?
Not that I know of yet.
Lawsuit against Tragic could take years to go nowhere. Well, that was boring. What a dumb article that one is. Let's read an article that literally could take years and it'll take you nowhere. What a stupid name that. Genius ban on stablecoin yield will drive demand on Ethereum DeFi. Hacker Renaissance. Here's what happened in crypto today. Which is better? Hacker Renaissance. Oh, Genius ban, or here's what happened in crypto. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch Trump by his toe. Make him holla, make him pay. 1 Bitcoin every day. Okay. Here's what happened in crypto today. That rhymed. Oh, didn't somebody say that Trump was singing when he was signing the Genius Act? Crypto executives center stage as Trump signs the stablecoin bill in law. U.S. President Donald Trump signed one of the first bills related to crypto and blockchain of his administration into law Friday. Delays due to debates in the House Representatives and Senate. And Friday's signing ceremony attended by many cryptocurrency company executives, high-ranking Republicans, including Vice President J.D. Vance and House Speaker Mike Johnson. Trump signed the Guiding and Established National Innovations of Stablecoins Genius Act into law. Oh, I didn't actually realize that Genius Act was an acronym. Is that silly? I didn't realize that. And so Crypto Week, guys, we got the Genius Act into law. Why did we not get the Clarity Act and the stablecoin into law? Because if you guys recall, Genius Act last week was voted into the Senate and then went to the House, where Clarity Act and the Stablecoin Act met first in the House and got voted on in the House first. So those now they're on the way to the Senate to go get signed. Hopefully we'll get it done soon. They're up since I last joined the stream. It will go up more. Yeah, you're probably right, man. I mean, if you're saying, and it looks like it has longevity and it's had 100 million market cap, I mean, is there a reason why it shouldn't? I mean, it's a lot of the meme coins are pumping. Is Bear your biggest holding? Because I know you're a Pulse guy, right? So, do you like, is your biggest holding Hex or Pulse or Bear? The entire crypto, the president acknowledged the support of several crypto figures and attendees, including Kraken CEO David Ripley, Gemini co-founder Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire, Tether CEO Paolo Adiono, and Robinhood CEO Vladimir Tenev. Did you ever watch that movie with the Robinhood CEO and I don't know if it's The Big Short or Dumb Money. It was Dumb Money, but they talk about like the whole IPO of Robinhood. It's really interesting. The entire crypto community for years were mocked and dismissed and counted out. You were counted as little as a year and a half ago, but the signing of this massive validation of your hard work and pioneering your spirit, Trump reading and prepared remarks. Guys, just so you know, this is how early we are in crypto. No wonder why it's volatile. It's because we're ahead of everybody else. You know, we're probably 1% of the population. I know they say like, well, X amount of people own crypto. I think that's true, but I mean, as in like modern day use case, like I think only like 1% of the population or less actually invests in the crypto regularly and learns about blockchain and just studies it, rather than just buying Dogecoin and forgetting about it and coming back every 4 years. But I wonder if it's still up. When I joined, I held the cores bear equally and bear take off. Wait, are there multiple bears? Are you saying that there's a bear equally and a bear? Oh no, you're saying bear took off. I joined, I held cores and bear. Oh, okay, so the two coins. I got you. Okay, and that they are two meme coins on top of Pulse. But do you hold anything else, or you just do the memes? I'm curious. Okay, Bitcoin whales. 9.6 billion transfer. Genius Act sparked correction concerns. A Satoshi era whale awakened after 14 years of dormancy, moved $9.6 billion worth of Bitcoin, which he received in April of 2021 or 2011. That was a long time ago.
Hey, T-Square and Calvin, you know what we should all start doing? We should all start posting our beer picks in the community tab of our Twitter account.
Yes, we should. I guess I'd try the Rainier beer. Not bad. Rainier is kind of like Bud Light, but it's better because it's, I don't know what Bud Light's made out of, but Rainier is made of corn, so it doesn't make you bloat like a Oompa Loompa.
And it doesn't have whatever that person's name was as the face.
Who?
You know, the Bud Light commercials.
Oh yeah, Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah.
This is huge. Like, this guy's just talking about the stupid. I hate when they do that. They literally talk about this guy and then they re-talk about him again. I'm like, dude, it's an article, man. You don't need to alliterate yourself 4 or 5 times. You know what I mean, Trent?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the other article. Let's check out Genius Bitcoin ban on a lack of yield-bearing options for the U.S. regulation stablecoins under the Genius Bill will drive investors to search for interest elsewhere, analysts said. The fresh U.S. stablecoin legislation could create more demand in Ether and decentralized finance applications, which are primarily based on the Ethereum network, according to analysts. The Genius Bill signed into law by U.S. President Donald J. Trump on Friday bans yield-bearing stablecoins, cutting off interest-earning opportunities for institutional and retail traders. This type of stablecoin generates interest or returns for the holders through the yield-generating mechanisms like staking or lending. According to crypto analyst Nick Hookerin, the removal of the yield stablecoins. This is great news for Ethereum-based DeFi as the main alternative for passive income generation. Yield can be used for passive income, but also mitigate the effects of fiat inflation. The dollar is depreciating asset without yield. Coin Fund President Christopher Perkins told Cointelegraph, DeFi is where you can generate the yield to preserve value. And so you think stablecoin summer is going to turn into DeFi summer. Ha, 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 he said in that voice. Interest-bearing opportunities are attractive to retail participants, but critical financial institutions that beholden to shareholders must generate cash flow to realize gains on the capital assets to satisfy their fiduciary obligations to investors. The necessary major implications for decentralized finance could drive more institutional capital into crypto space as these financial institutions chase yield on-chain in a local theater near you. Guys, go check it out this Friday. I'm just kidding. I'm just not going into like a deep
I have an article to throw up too before we move to charts.
I'm already in charts.
Real quick. So we've got Donald Trump set to open U.S. retirement market to crypto investment. Now, we briefly pointed this out yesterday, but I think it's very important. President preparing executive order to allow 401k plans to tap broad pool of alternative assets. Donald Trump is preparing to open the $9 trillion U.S. retirement market to cryptocurrency investment, gold, and private equity in a move that would spur a radical shift in the way American savings are managed. Trump is expected to sign an executive order as soon as this week that would open up 401k plans to alternative investments beyond traditional stocks and bonds, according to 3 people who have been briefed on the president's plans. These investments would run a broad spectrum of asset classes from digital assets to metals and funds focused on corporate takeovers, private loans, and infrastructure deals. The executive order would instruct Washington regulatory agencies to investigate the remaining hurdles needed to allow for such alternative investments to be included in professionally managed funds used by 401k savers. These people said. President Trump is committed to restoring prosperity for everyday Americans and safeguarding their economic future. No decisions should be deemed official, however, unless they come from President Trump himself, the White House said in a statement to the Financial Times. In the U.S., 401k plans are among the most popular ways working Americans save for retirement, allowing them to invest a portion of their salaries in publicly traded securities tax-free. But virtually all such investments are housed in public stock and bond mutual funds. The executive order would accelerate Trump's push to bring crypto investments to the mainstream. After his administration has dropped prominent enforcement actions against large digital asset trading groups, the House of Representatives on Thursday passed a trio of crypto-related bills that Trump has strongly backed, underscoring how the president is seeking to bolster the industry. Trump campaigned on a platform of freeing cryptocurrencies from what he said were overly harsh regulations and credited the industry with helping him win the 2024 presidential election. I believe that's true. Trump's family has also become a major cryptocurrency investor, striking a deal to purchase more than $2 billion in digital currencies, such as Bitcoin, through their publicly traded Trump Media and Technology Group, and launching a so-called stablecoin and other valuable digital tokens. Why did this article call it a so-called stablecoin? What is a so-called stablecoin?
Who wrote that?
The Trump administration has already begun loosening rules surrounding the use of crypto for retirement accounts. The Department of Labor in May rescinded a Biden-era effort that discouraged administrators of 401k plans from including cryptocurrency investment options. Beyond cryptocurrencies, Trump's executive order will be helpful to the world's largest private capital groups, such as Blackstone, Apollo, or BlackRock, which have all pinned much of their future growth on investing money on behalf of ordinary retirement savers. It will ask the Labor Department to consider a safe harbor for administrators of retirement plans, which would minimize their legal risks as they embrace offering private investments to savers that carry higher fees and were not as easily valued or traded as public stocks. Private capital groups such as Blackstone and Apollo predict that gaining access to 401k retirement plans could attract hundreds of billions of dollars in new industry assets after having begun striking partnerships with the largest asset managers. And it goes on a bit, but guys, the point is, retirement investing, as the article mentioned, is, from retail anyways, is the largest investment pool that there is, for retail. Outside of venture capitalist firms and large institutions, retirement plans, it is the biggest retail investment out there. And guys, crypto not having the green light to be included in 401k retirement plans, it keeps a large pool of retail out of crypto, at least with their 401k savings, which for most Americans is the largest investment pool that they have. So people keep asking, right, what's going to bring retail in? What's going to bring retail in? Retail is not here. What's going to bring them in? Right? Well, there's a manifold answer to that, a multifaceted answer to that. There's several things that are going to come into play. And one of them is hype. It is the hype cycle. Like, you guys forget, after 4 years of boring, right? Like, you guys forget about the ability of the hype cycle to bring in retail FOMO. Don't forget about that. It will happen again. But also, I think that 401k retirement plans is going to be a big deal with the resurgence of retail investment into crypto. It just is. All of a sudden, when everyone has that option, a lot of people are going to, are going to be going to their employer and saying, hey, I want some of my 401k moved into crypto. I mean, wouldn't you?
Well, I would 100% would. In fact, I wish we had a 401k. We have a pension, which is good for about 99% people. But for me, just because I do a lot of my own financial investing and I understand it, it'd be better for me to have a 401k so I can store into Bitcoin. I think a realistic number, Trent, off the boot would be like the equivalent of like the NFL. How many people in the NFL bought Bitcoin? There was a handful of players that said I want to get paid in Bitcoin. I don't think it's a large percent. Probably like 3% of the NFL said that. But 3% is a lot of money when you talk about people's 401k. Think about it. That's a lot of 401k when you just go, even 1% of 401ks. I mean, I would say that's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. But Trent, I didn't pop my drink.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pop it. I'm gonna call this the Muruga. That's a good ASMR pop. Right, never heard of one. Cheers, Trent. Cheers to the upside. Welcome in, guys. Trent, I got you beat, I think, today.
Oh, well, yeah.
Wait, what?
On the ABV? Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know that. I mean, what's your ABV?
8.2.
Oh, okay. I guess you didn't know that. All right, guys. We're going to swing over the other direction. Not like that, but, like... All right.
There are no swingers in the making of this channel.
Yeah. So I would like to talk to you guys about these bubbles, because a lot of people see this and they go, well, shit, everything's bloody today and I missed that.
Drop a +1 in the chat if you are a swinger.
But, we used to work with this guy. And he was saying, my buddy was telling me this story. And he was riding with him in the truck, being trained. And he was telling, you got me thinking now. And he never openly said he was a swinger, but he goes, yeah, I go hiking with this guy's wife all the time. He's like, really? He's like, that's kind of like unusual. He's like, is his husband there? And he's like, nah. But sometimes he goes hiking with my wife too.
What?
It's just like that's a weird thing to say openly. They switch wives and they go hang out with each other's wives. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Nate's going, who's that? But so guys, what was I saying? So a lot of people see this red and go, shit, man, everything's down, it's over, right? Well, you know what we were talking about earlier, you find opportunities. That's where we're going. Which ironically enough, Trent, Ethereum Classic's outperforming ETH. But thanks, asking.
Hey, you know what, trader? Look,
The trader.
look.
It's ringing trader.
It's Friday night, you know, so you know we can like shoot the shit a little bit more than usual, right? So I discovered this today. I was today years old when I learned what this is. Do you know what symbiosexual means?
I don't think I've ever heard that word.
Right.
You said semio?
Symbiosexual.
Symbiosexual?
Yeah.
Not normal?
Well, that's one way to describe it. You know, with the modern advent of all of these new sexual orientations, right? Symbiosexual has been a term coined to describe people that are attracted to couples. So like a person that is attracted to a couple. And so I don't mean polyamorous.
You'd be like, I don't like you two separate. You guys have to be together or it doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. And what it is it like they're attracted to, like, you know, so in normal relationships there's a power dynamic, right? That doesn't have to be a bad thing, but there just is a power dynamic, right? Well, symbiosexuals are attracted to the power dynamic of the couple. So the couple is the dominant party, and then the third wheel is the submissive party, right? And like
submissive.
It's like hypersexualized third wheeling. Hey, we live in a crazy world. What does Buxton mean?
I'm guessing what does Buxton mean? Buxton is no longer a trader. Buxton's a person. What was I saying? You got me shooting shit, man. So red generally people say shit, right? When we're talking about bubbles, what it really means is opportunity, okay? So we'd look at weekly, daily, and monthly, right? Well, we know that Ethereum Classic, we're doing this invertedly now. You know, Ethereum Classic Fund, well, this is a good one that you might want to short. If everything else is dumping, left turn Clyde. Who's Clyde? What's a Clyde? So Ethereum Classic we want to short, so it could be Doge. And then we go check out the weekly. Doge is only up 19%, Ethereum Classic is up 25%, which is the one more likely. Let me jump over the monthly. We got Picoin. It is a loser. Guys, didn't I tell you I'm not super bullish on Aerodrome? Didn't I say this, Trent? I said this a couple of different times. I mean, come on, man. Why is Aerodrome not friggin' pumping harder like everything else? I mean, that's it on the yearly. It's all, I don't know, man. It's just such a wacky doodle-doo chart. Maybe I should pull up Arrow on the charts and take a look at it. You know, I might do that, actually. I'm gonna pull up Arrow. But anyways, yeah, guys, check them out. You know, check out what's pumping, you know, for the week and what's dumping. Let's see here. This is the weekly. We're checking out Algo and Curve, and I don't want to check out Bond. Curve, Algo. Interesting. Back to this little local support. If it drops down, drops to 22. I don't know if it'll drop that low though, but maybe. All right, I'm gonna pull up Arrow. How do you spell Arrow?
AERO.
I think Arrow is ARROW.
Well, you know, it depends. Are you Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games, or
Yeah, I've only seen like the first one.
or are
Wait,
you?
I had Arrow on here? I did not realize I had Arrow on here already. What? I'm so blown away. It looks like it kind of wants to turn over, Trent. I mean, it's super, not below negative 60, but red wave's pretty thick. VWAP is in the up. Strength is coming up. It did create a lagging death cross, though, which is not super ideal. And it does kind of look like a high. Couldn't get above where it was at, and now it's coming down.
Yeah, what time frame is that?
That's the 4 hour.
Okay.
12 hour. It also shows it coming down, too.
Yeah.
Red wave coming down. VWAP below. Green's almost flipped to red. Daily looks pretty bearish too. Hasn't got the red dot yet, but it's pretty dang near. These are Hike and a She. These are regular candles. Okay, Hike and a She makes it look like it has a double top. I mean, I would call that a double top and Hike and a She, Chen. A regular wouldn't be. But regular almost looks like bearish divergence. Swing up to swing down.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The weekly still looks good though. Just the shorter time frames don't look overly exasperated. How often do you use that word, Trent? Exasperated.
You know, not every day, but it's in there. It's in the rotation.
I wanted to take a look at VeChain now, guys, just because I'm such a VeChain fan. Oh, well, look at that. We got a green dot on the hourly. Money flow coming in. VWAP coming to the upside. Strength going up. Stokes are still a little high, but they can keep going. The 4 hour is not super bullish, though. We need a little bit more of a rounded bottom. Right now, we're still angling down with the VWAP below. So it'll probably just be a fake out then. 12 hour, yeah, downwards action. Is this how all the other coins look, Trent? Are we going to have like a poorer weekly close this week? How do you think that would affect the market with a poorer weekly close?
Well,
I had a price prediction for Bitcoin dominance to drop down to 47%. That's what people were predicting.
47%. Yeah, but not. It's not going to be. It's not going to be real soon.
40% on the day. Didn't you say it was up 60% like 2 minutes ago? GIG. Since I first joined the stream, or I can't tell if you're talking about first joined the stream, as in today, or as in when you first came in. Well, you know, Bitcoin on the 1 hour has been pumping. We just are touching the 21 though, which is kind of ironic. The 21 and the 200 are touching, like almost like the exact spot, Trent. The 21 is the white, the yellow is the 200. I mean, they're literally like, I don't know if you could get any more closer together. I'm trying to zoom it in so you guys can see a little better. Do you see that?
Yeah.
I think they're literally like on top of each other. If the 21 crosses the 200, how bearish is that?
21 crossing the 200. I mean, it matters. It means, you know, it's a signal of downside momentum. But where's the 50 at?
They're right up here.
Yeah, so the 50 crossing the 200 is a bigger deal to me.
Oh,
but that's just me.
Oh, okay. Well, so we're pumping on the 1 hour, and we can continue to pump and get this VWAP to angle back up the upward direction. That would be a good sign, because then we might get a green dot trigger wave, which could be really good for tomorrow. But let's see what the 12 hour says. The 12 hour says the Stokes are getting lower. You know, I'm liking the fact that this blue wave has almost continued to an end where we can get a new wave to pump back up, and we haven't dropped too much. You know, we might five grand down. It's crazy to think like, oh, we're only $5,000 down, dude. I remember when Bitcoin was at 15,000. You know, $5,000 down was like like almost half the price. But we did get this fake out right there, green dot, red dot. UOP is below the zero line. UOP is below the zero line, the daily. Ooh. How do you feel about this candle, Trent, on Bitcoin? The regular time frame is not that bad. But on the hike and a she one, that looked kind of bearish. A pretty fat red candle. 15 saying that we're going to close tomorrow in the red. The 2-day says we just got a red dot, which is not overly bullish, Trent. I mean, we still have tomorrow is going to be a big day, guys. We don't want to close a red dot. I would not want to see that. And we're fighting a losing battle, looks like.
A red dot on the 2-day, you said?
Yeah, well, like the daily has been coming down. The 2-day is now getting a red dot. I mean, think about it. We had a trigger wave right here on the 2-day, and we just ran up for like 2 weeks. Now, are we going to come back down and reset? How fast can we do it? You know, if we take a longer time to climb up, sometimes we could drop really quick, hit the CME gap, and be back.
Yeah. A red dot on the oscillator, though. I mean, it's not nearly as bearish as a red dot on the bottom bar, right?
No, it's the other way around. Like red dots on the top are stronger versus the bottom. The green
No. I mean on the bottom bar, the big bar that turns green to red.
You're talking about this?
No. Lower.
Oh, this?
Yes.
All this is the money flow wave right here. It just makes it show you solid.
But when the green and red dots come in on that bar,
oh,
I don't know.
There's no red dots that come in on it, and
there's
green
no red dot.
There's no red dots that come in on that. Just they call it the big green dot,
okay.
And those only
the
come
pit boy
in.
green dot.
Yeah, and those only come in when the market that's like all-time fear and it's screaming it's going to go lower, but that's usually an indication that we're at the bottom, and that's when the green dots come on.
Okay. Capitulation.
Yeah. So that usually means like everybody's screaming we want to go lower, and then a green dot will pop on because now everybody's saying this, and then we do the opposite of like sentiment.
Yeah, absolutely, Calvin. It would be it would be the best thing for the market, hands down.
Look at that dominance though, Trent. And it's at 20 saying the dominance will continue to go. It literally dropped to the 50.
Yeah.
We're at 63%. Look at the VWAP, Trent. That's a sharp down VWAP. I mean, how often do you see it literally shoot straight down and pop straight up? I mean, this is actually a pretty good example. But I don't think that we're going to see that. And even if we do, it took like a day or two to get back. And
well,
we had
more than that, because that's a 5-day chart.
That's true. And that's a trigger wave.
Yeah.
We haven't even got to it on the weekly. Where's ETH at, Trent? My chart looks like spaghetti chart, Trent. So here's a big green dot right there, Trent.
Yeah.
We don't get red dots though, and that's probably turned to green when everybody was screaming we're gonna go on slow. So man, that would have been a good long right there. Popped it a long in right there, Trent, on ETH.
So what's more bearish, a red dot or a blood diamond?
Actually, I'm not even using blood diamond right now, Trent.
Oh.
I have to go in my settings and tweak them. I was just looking at that the other day. It's so usually that is market cipher A, and like my stuff's been wigging out. What the? It's been wigging out, Trent. So market cipher A. Oop. You're talking about like the momentum wave coming in right here, and you get the little red dots, which is a sign of bullish momentum ending. And then you got this little X that says like that is a time to short or potential short. And then here's a green dot. That would have been a good green dot. Whoosh. Whoosh. Here's a red dot and a red X. It wasn't very strong, even with the trigger wave to the downside. I guess this is the 1 hour.
What's that market cipher spaghetti band called?
This?
Yeah.
That is the momentum wave.
The momentum.
And when it's grayed out, it's bearish. And
Okay.
when it gets one spaghetti line highlighted, it gets a blue triangle, which is a sign of a reversal. And
Okay.
then when all 5 of them light up, that's the green dot. I'm sure they might mean something else more to it. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I just know the momentum waves. And a lot of times you'll take like two blue triangles in this case before it turns bullish, because it's trying to, it's like first signaling, it's starting to kind of like flicker, you know, before it straight up activates. You could even say like that with the green dot. You got green dot back here, and then like you could have longed it, and then you would just dumped and lost all your money.
Yeah.
This one would have been a better one. Like not only is it the second one, but you also have the blue triangles lighting up on it. And then with this green dot, you would have hit it up right here, which I guess that wouldn't have been a bad hit because the momentum of it just got started. But this one, I like this because closer to the 0 line than where was I at? This one, there wasn't even a green dot on here. This one has like almost a double green dot. You had this green dot, then you had the second green dot on top. That one looks better to me. That's like a stronger signal. And if you get one like this is a double green dot anchor wave, which is also a strong signal. You could have hit that one, you would have came up and would not have a word, and then you could have just kept right in. There's this one guy I was watching that trades market cipher, Trent, and he scalps. And what he does is he has a strategy that he waits till the VWAP closes one candle above, up, or below the 0 line, and he scalps just the VWAP. He doesn't even use any of the other indicators. So, like for an instance, he would have put in a long right here. They would have scalped it and he would have kept it open as long as it stayed above the 0 line. So it almost crossed over right there, but didn't. And it would have came over here, and on this candle, he would have closed his trade out. So he would have opened it right here and closed it right here. But he does it on like the 5-minute chart. And then he would have opened, and then it would have went down here. We'd have opened up a short. He would have kept it open, and he would have closed it out right here. And then he would have opened up a long again. I don't know. He has a real strategy. Like this one right here would have been terrible to play out. He opened up a short. but opening here, open the long would have been great.
Captain Levi, it is not free. It's market cipher. It's the most widely used indicator in crypto for sure. It's the most widely used paid indicator.
What you could do is, if you know who CryptoFace is, this is his indicator. He put 20 indicators into one so you could get it without having to originally pay for it and have it all in there. And he a lot of the times has 40% off codes on his live streams for it, which is a huge discount. And he normally indicates like this, because I actually took a stock trading class. They were charging 20 grand for their indicator. And market cipher, you could pay for a year for like $600 or $500 without the 40% discount. So you really could get it like for like almost $250, $300 a year. And then if you did it for the year, and then you're like, hey, I really use this, I liked it, you can actually email CryptoFace, and he prorates market cipher for you at like the discounted price because you just paid for the whole year. And he goes, well, you just paid for the life, so you get like a prorated version, but it's like only a couple $100 more, and you could actually keep it for the whole year. But no, it's pretty good. I really liked it. The first year I actually bought it, I didn't use it at all. I didn't understand it. But when I decided to get really serious, I started watching the whole. There's like a tutorial on how to use it. It's like 4 hours long or 5 hours long. And I watched it like 3 times a day for a month or 2 months, and I really honed in on how to use it and how to optimize. And there was a lot of frustration involved because I'm like, why are these green dots not playing out? I don't quite understand. And now I think one of the reasons we started this YouTube channel, or like one of the pros to it is I use this every day for hours, and then I'll use it on here teaching you guys how to use it. And when you get to use it regularly, it's you start identifying the patterns, but the most importantly, I think the history of the patterns or shapes that you'll start seeing, because the data never changes. Like I could go back to last week what I was looking at, and the week before that, and the week before that, and the week before that. And that's the nice thing about everything being like, you know, on TradingView and that being on charts. You can go back and look. You can go back to the inception of Bitcoin and check out all the different time frames and patterns. But yeah, it's really good pattern.
We got to try to get an affiliate link for this, for Market Cipher. You know, I was talking to him
on the weekly.
I was talking to him a bit the other day. I forgot to tell you. He DM'd BitBoy's Twitter, and so I'm logged into it, right? He was asking how Ben is doing, and, you know, I was saying some stuff back to him. He wants to go visit him, is what he wants to do. So, anyways, we were messaging back and forth for a little bit. He was he was joking around a little bit, and I didn't want to be like... I didn't want to make that conversation about circling back to our thing.
Yeah, you know, all about timing and presentation.
Yeah. So I don't know. Because remember, you know, at one point, you know,
this is what you do.
Yeah.
You go buy some crypto face merch, like a cup and a shirt, and then you post it, you know, wearing it and sending it. Then you'd send it to him through BitBoys, but check me out, and then you'd be like, can I get affiliate? And now he's like, dude, this guy's rocking my merch, and he's doing a YouTube thing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, we got to get on that. But you know, regardless, like, you know, we use it here because we want you guys to benefit. For years, like, this is what people do on YouTube, and I mean viewers. And I know that because, you know, I've been viewing crypto YouTube for 4 years before I started the channel. And, you know, you know the guys that are using, you know, whatever paid indicators. Like, if I didn't want to pay for Market Cipher, I would go look at people that are using Market Cipher live on their streams. If I didn't want to pay for LuxAlgo, which I've used in the past, if I didn't want to pay for LuxAlgo, I would go watch Crypto Jeb's stream back in the day, because I knew every day he was going to tell me what LuxAlgo is saying. So just
does he use LuxAlgo?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah. So just like you tune into this channel, like, you know, every night, every evening, you're going to get an evening update from T-Square on what Market Cipher is doing. It's one of the reasons you tune into the channel, to be honest. So,
powerful trend. What do you think about Arbitrum right here? Is this something significant that we should pay attention to? I don't even know where to draw a line, Trent, to make it a triangle. I don't feel like I got a reference.
I don't know.
You know, how would you draw a triangle to this?
Yeah, I mean, it's I would call it a falling wedge.
So, do you think we're going to break out of this then? Or are we in the process of breaking out? Should there be a mega trade coming in on an Arbitrum?
Yeah. But, you know, the thing is, it's such a big time frame to play around with that you would want to really make sure the breakout is confirmed.
Yeah.
You want to see it close candles above that line.
Because right now we're getting the kiss of death right now.
Yeah, what you do...
Using Market Cipher with Market Cipher A turned on, we go up, we actually broke above it, fake out, red dot confirming in the next 8 hours.
Yeah.
Saying bullish momentum could be ending, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it's a signal. Like right here, red dot, it ended.
What you do is you wait for a candle close above that line, and then you put your stop loss right below the line.
Yeah. And then you just go ham on it. The
Oh, I,
trend is
lo- I love the Bollinger Bands, Calvin. I can actually hop over and do my Bitcoin analysis right now, and I'll
do it,
talk to you about Bollinger Bands
Just
here
do
for a
it.
second. So, let's see.
I want you to Bollinger Band that chart.
So, I'm going to get rid of my.
You
first
do
of
that.
all,
I'm gonna go look over some things, Trent.
Okay. First, let me clean up my chart just a little bit here. And let me redraw my line at this channel. I guess I better redraw it at the daily.
Oh, Trent.
Yeah.
I was gonna show you this real fast because this isn't a chart, Trent.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you the Bitcoin monthly candles real fast.
Okay. Yeah, this is important.
So right now we're averaging 10% for July
Mm-hmm.
for this current year, and the current year last bull run we ended up closing at 18%, and in 2017 we closed at 18%. So that currently, on average for this bull run, we should close almost double where we're currently at up for the month.
Yeah.
August generally isn't the greatest year, but the last bull run though, I guess I take it back. I think like the bull run before yet, we usually have a good year, and there was another 13%. You can almost say 30% in the those 2 months, and then the year before that was 65%.
Yeah, August is usually rough.
The bull runs it's not. So like here's 13, here's 17, here's 2021. So on average, in the euphoric like phase, we usually have a good turnout.
Yeah.
In fact, we could say I've been saying, the November is where we can usually end. We're here 13. We had July, August, great, broke even. September, up and up. And then we go into 17, July, August, good. Slight down in September, up and up for December.
Yeah. We have had 2 post-halving bull run years with a bullish August, though.
Yeah. No, everyone's been a bullish August.
No, not. Oh, yeah. You're right.
17 and 13 also. So then, So now we're in 2021. Good month. Light, negative September, and fire October, and then that was it. And then 2020. Well, that was 2021. So right now we could say July 10%. We could even we averaged 30% in 2021. 2017, well, that was way more than 30%, but that was kind of a fluke, I think.
I'll show you the CME gap here in a second, Lucas.
What do you think about this for Ethereum, Trent? So this isn't monthly for ETH, but they have quarterly returns for ETH. So what quarter? We're going to quarter Q4 right now. So in 2021, there was 22% returns.
Yeah. Well, Q4 won't start till October.
Oh, okay. So we're in Q3 right now, and we're at 41%.
Yeah.
For ETH.
Right.
Wow, and which is our best one besides 2020.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can take over, Trent, go view your crypto.
Okay. Yes. So wait, am I
DCA?
Okay, so real quick for the Bollinger Band.
No, you're right. DCA. August is not a good month unless you're in the bull run like euphoria.
Yeah.
Then we haven't had 1 year ended bad in the forward phase.
Yeah. So let's see here. I'll drag my chart down a little bit. So I'm going to get rid of the Bollinger. I'm going to get rid of the VRVP so we can pull up the Bollinger Band. Right now, it is important to note that on the 4-hour, we're right above the point of control on the VRVP. The point of control is this white line that comes out from these volume nodes on the right over here. So everything on my chart is a free indicator. Guys, we do this on purpose so that you guys can learn from both, right? Like you look at T-Square's chart and you see the market cipher, right? The paid indicator. You look at my chart and all you see is free indicators and lines, right? You see the VRVP, you see the moving average bands, you see the RSI, the stochastic RSI, and the MACD.
You want to explain what each of those mean?
Yeah. So the VRVP over here, it gives you, and I'm going to tell you this before I take it off. The VRVP is the visible range of the volume profile. So the larger the node is over here on the right, the more volume has been traded at that level, which means it's going to be the strongest point of support.
Could you say like a magnet too, or no?
It can be, yeah. And so the largest node on here is always going to be the one with the white line coming out of it. And that's what we call the point of control. If you're above the point of control, the bulls are in control. You're below it, the bears are in control. And this isn't the end all be all. You have to take it in confluence with other indicators. But you know, if you had a really large node coming out right above where you are, it's telling you that it's going to take quite a bit of momentum to break that level. Now, the really important thing about this is the gap. So you can see this whole area right here on my chart that has what we call a gap in the VRVP, right? A low volume gap. There's not a lot of trading volume that happened around these levels. The reason why is because this was a break of the all-time high from this bull flag over here. Right? So we broke that flag. We broke about $4,000, and we were in price discovery. There's never been trading that's happened through this zone, right? So we smashed right through it. Now, the problem with that is that once you start to break below this level right here, then you can fall back through it pretty quickly. I'm not saying you fall all the way back to the next. That's the mistake people make with this. They think you're going to fall down to the next biggest node right here.
In reality, that pre-indicated to DCA Fu Manchu, I heard it's very similar to Market Cipher.
Yeah, in reality, you're going to fall. You know, new volume is going to be created. New buy orders and sell orders are going to come into this zone, right? But there you are. That's the VRVP, and I'm gonna take that off, and I'm gonna add the Bollinger Bands. And I need to just get the right one right here. Bollinger Bands. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to turn everything else off so that you're not seeing all of my other moving averages. So the Bollinger Bands, what happens is the red line, you have a red line on top and a green line on the bottom with the 20 simple moving average in between. Okay? And what happens with the Bollinger Bands is you can see in a big move, it starts to stretch the Bollinger Bands up, right? In this move right here, that we got up to basically 120,000, what happened is the Bollinger Bands the price action started to pump into the red and stretch the red Bollinger Band all the way up here. That tells you that you're overextended. So what happened once we got overextended and pushed the red Bollinger Band up? Well, we had to start chopping sideways now, right? The Bollinger Bands are a measure of volatility. So every time that the Bollinger Bands that they get real tight, meaning the red line and green line get real close together, it means that volatility is thinning in the market. You're getting less volatility. So in a time of sideways chop, the Bollinger Bands are going to be very close. So what happens when the Bollinger Bands get very close? Like right here. Or right here. Or right here. Okay? When there's low volatility in the market signaled by the Bollinger Bands constricting closer together, what it tells you is that a big move is coming. Now, that doesn't tell you if the big move is going to be up or down. You have to get confluence from your other indicators to help tell you that. Okay? But, the problem is, not the problem, sorry, I was just taking something off the screen. So right now, the Bollinger Bands are constricting again, right now. And it tells us that a big move is coming. Now, is that big move going to be down or up? I mean, we're already closer to the green bottom Bollinger Band. It is a little bit more likely that that we stretch this green band down, getting to 114. But what it tells you is that a big move is coming. Volatility thinning is a signal that at some point volatility is going to return to the market. That's all it is. It just tells you that a big move is coming. So that being said, I'll remove that from the chart. And then we wanted to look at CME gap, right? So we're going to come over here, BTC1 exclamation point. And we have the CME futures chart. So we'll go to the daily. And the gap you can see right here on the daily is in this range right here. So between the wicks, 115.6 and 114.4, right? These gaps are created because the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the exchange on the stock market that bets on the future price of Bitcoin, the market closes on Friday and it opens on Monday, right? So when you have a gap here and the price pumps, or when you have a close and then the price pumps over the weekend, and then Monday morning's price opens at a higher price than Friday's close, you end up with a gap. Now, this is important because, 90% of the time, the price comes back to fill this gap. So, where new candles stretch into this gap and fill it. So you would have either a wick or a candle body stretching into this gap all the way down to $114,425. That doesn't mean that it absolutely has to. It just means that, hey, 90% of the time it happens. However, in the 2021 bull run, there was a CME gap at around $19,000 or so, and the price ran away from it and did not come back down to fill that gap until 2022, until the end of 2022. So, you had 2 years before the price comes down and fills that gap. Again, 90% of the time, it comes down and fills it sooner rather than later. However, it can happen. It can happen to where this gap doesn't get filled right now. It probably will. It probably will. But I'm just telling you, it can happen the other way. It is possible. So coming back to the Bitcoin chart, the other thing I want to point out is you come to the 4-hour, and I think that we get a relief rally. I don't know. It's just, it is possible that, let me get rid of that. And let me draw this a little better. It is possible that we don't fill that gap. I mean, the reason I say this is because we're making this channel on the, you come to the daily real quick, and, price is respecting this flag. Like, we had this wick above it, but we're in this flag, and we should break bullish out of it, right? Come back down to the 4-hour, and I do see an inverse head and shoulders here.
I don't think we ever had a week's promo, Lucas. We have a BYDFi.
Yeah, no. We haven't had anything from weeks, but this is a good time to
go ask them if they want.
Yeah, down here it says charts and TA level up trades with BYDFi. Biddle your dream finance.
Are you on X?
No, I'm not. Are you?
I'm always on it.
Oh yeah, pop it up real quick.
He wants me to pop it up, boys. Should I pop it up for him? Guys, if you're interested in learning how to trade, the best place to go is BYDFi. Why, you ask? Because the first $100 deposit, you get a 60% bonus on your learning to how to trade account. And if you're feeling like you want a bigger free sample and you have that equity around, you could deposit $5,000 and get a $1,000 bonus. And if that free sample is not good enough, you can take your money back out, keep the bonus free sample, and it's yours for free. And if you're like a more moderate trader, but you don't have the $5,000, they also offer a $500 and a $1,000 deposit bonus that gives you 20%, which is equivalent to $100 for the $500, and then you get 20% off $1,000, which is another $200 bonus. And if you think that is not great, but guys, you get VIP level access too if you use Trent's trading referral link, which saves you extra money on fees. I mean, how much better can it get for you?
Now, Lucas, BYDFi is no KYC required. So if you want to take advantage of deposit bonuses, and you want of new deposit bonuses, and maybe you want to support the channel, unless you already signed up with our link, there's nothing stopping you from making another email, another account, and then moving, money from this account to that account, and then getting a whole new deposit bonus. So, just a little FYI there. So I just have like another thought or two to wrap this up.
One of my picks.
And this does look like an inverse head and shoulders to me. So it's not the best one in the world. However, look at the stochastic RSI down here, bottoming out. And then let me get rid of that drawing. Get rid of that drawing. Okay, so the stochastic RSI looks like we can pump back to the upside for a little bit. You know, I don't know. Like the verdict is obviously if we break below, then this inverse head and shoulders is invalidated. But as long as we hold this level right here, then we could be looking at a break on the 4-hour. You know, I'm pretty sure this is what I already drew, but you come from the bottom of the to the neckline.
Well, thank you, Lucas. We love you too.
And then you pull this up, and you can be looking
You never
at
see me in public. I owe you a hat, Lucas.
125.5. So I don't know.
Later,
That's
Calvin.
that. Good night, Calvin. I'm 99% sure I already used your account because I love you guys. Hey, heck yeah. We appreciate it. I'm pretty sure you did too, because we have like 17 people signed up. And, you know, like between all the trading, like, you know,
And
we
one of them
have
was
made
not my mom.
we have made like as of today, $117.
Thank you guys. All the hard work
so-
goes straight back into the channel.
Yeah. So there you
Hey,
go.
Honky, let's be friends. Hey, hello over there on Rumble.
So
Honky just for you.
I'll take that down, and we'll move into our, you know, it's a Friday night, low viewership. We'll probably wrap up soon. So I'll head into Crypto Cemetery.
No. I want to do my picks. I literally went and searched them all.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
He was going to kick me off, guys. He was going to do it.
I forgot what.
Hey, what I wanted
the next segment was.
What I wanted to point out was my picks. Okay, I just went through all my coins on the 12-hour. What the first thing I saw was Hex, Mr. Where are you at, Mr. GIG, talking about bear pumping. Hex has been pumping the 12-hour, and it looks like it still can have continuation. The VWAP just slightly curved down. Strength is coming up. Stokes so low. VWAP is still above the zero line, and the momentum wave looks like it can still have continuation. We do have a blue triangle green dot. DBSI also says we are good. So there is a chance that we could break out from there. The second thing I wanted to point out is, where's it at, Trent? Pengu. And the reason why I point out Pengu as a second pick is we shot hard up. Looks like we might have had a fake out with a doji candle trend reversal, and it looks like it might be starting to pump again because the momentum wave was coming down, and now it's very outwardly. Look at the momentum wave trend. It comes down and it looks like it's getting flat right here and almost wants to continue back up. That is a good sign with the VWAP coming in. So I would say Pengu is a second one to keep an eye on. And last but least is the Beck chain. It might be time to keep an eye on it, guys, because we did come down massively hard. And we were talking about this could have been the bottom earlier. Now we do have an anchor wave, a big fat blue momentum wave, anchor wave, double green dots with a tight trigger wave coming up in the 12-hour with the VWAP shooting straight up, Stokes so low coming up, and strength shooting up. If I was looking at this, I could have, when we first broke down, we came down here and I was like, I don't know, guys. We came up and I was like, it could be a fake out. But as we came back down, we didn't hit a lower low. So this could have been the trend reversal, and now we're getting ready to break back up, and then we'll come back down, we'll break back up, and we'll be at all-time high. So that's something to keep an eye on, okay? Those are my three picks I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, nice. And then heading to Crypto Cemetery, which tokens are dead? And we'll come over here to CoinMarketCap.
Did you set the poll, Trent?
Oh, did you put a poll up?
I did.
Oh, no, I didn't. Let's see. Okay, so we got Bonk, Pengu, Pepe, and Cardano. What? How does Cardano get 40%? There's no way. Well, okay, I'm gonna change
Right?
that.
Don't you want Cardano? Don't you want Cardano to be leading? Because that means people believe in it the most.
Oh, you said which is the strongest meme? Oh God, Cardano is not a meme, guys. So look, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be the tiebreaker, but I'm actually gonna go over to my own account, and I'm gonna pick Pengu because I do think it's the strongest meme lately.
Really?
And then, well, lately, yeah, look at Pengu's rip. It's the strongest meme on here lately. I'm really just doing that because, you know, we can't have this end this way. So now I'm going to end the poll.
No, don't end it yet.
It ended.
No.
It ended.
No, I'm trying to get into my own account too.
I knew you were. That's why I ended it.
I was trying to distract you.
Yeah.
How many fingers do I have? Trick question, only 8.
So there you go. Strongest meme for 2025. It might just be Pengu.
Captain Levi. LOL.
And finally, coming over to Cardano Spotlight, Voltaire continues. Let me come over to X. And I'll look at, where we at? This is probably the strongest meme for 2025, actually. Is this Grok AI companion girl. Let me get back over to our Twitter. And then, let's see here. We're going to go profile. Likes. Okay, so I covered a lot of that yesterday. Let's come over here to Steak with Pride. So 21 shares files for 2 index ETFs with ADA. Good to see. Is that Michael Saylor with Cardano? That's probably never going to happen.
Michael Saylor and Bill Gates, what'd you say?
Michael Saylor and ADA. This picture.
Oh, yeah. Well, when do you think Michael Saylor will become richer than Bill Gates?
I mean, isn't he already? I don't know.
Nope.
Well, right, but you know, MicroStrategy has had the highest returns from a publicly traded company, and I don't know. Soon. The answer to that is soon.
Oh, by the way, JJ said after his show we can stream with him.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So he has the day to close at 5. So probably within an hour after that.
Yeah.
Pepe, I with you, Pepe. I think Trent ended it early. I was gonna put Pepe in there, but he wouldn't let me vote because he knew I was going to make him upset.
We'll come to Tap Tools. What do we got going on today?
I should get a Pepe hat. That's what I should do. Pepe, you have a Pepe hat?
Reminder, the SEC must make a decision on the Cardano Spot ETF no later than October 22nd. That's the case for a lot of altcoin ETFs, is October. So this is one more reason that we are going to see a Q4 run.
I don't. Yes and no, Trent. That could be the sign that the market's over. Like in 2021 or the 2017, that was the top.
Yeah, look. It
and I've been saying November, so 22nd's really close to that November.
It could be the sign, but if that's the case, we're going to see an insane pump leading into it. which would increase the risk of a buy the rumor, sell the news. Look, if we've been trading sideways and then the ETFs break, hey, we're continuing. If we've had an insane parabolic rally going in front running the ETFs, then yeah, it could be the top. So then we have Cardano had surpassed $350 million total value locked. So there you go. See, TVL, in my opinion, should include staking, because that number would be way higher, like over 70% of Cardano is staked. ADA has surpassed 1.5 billion in open interest in leveraged trading positions.
Trent, you know some of the news you should share today? Where's that video on the Coldplay concert? You can't tell me that was not hilarious. I mean, it totally probably blew up those people's lives.
Yeah. So there we go. There's the Cardano news today. Oh, also, Google search interest in Cardano is surging to levels not seen since 2021 all-time high. So there you go, Cardano community. We'll come over here. Coldplay concert.
Pepe says November it's over. You think earlier than November, Pepe? Or do you think later? I guess you're saying November. Hey, there it is. I knew you'd find it.
Yeah. What happened is you have the CEO of a large tech company caught on camera having an affair with his head of HR. So they went to a Coldplay.
No, it's head of relations.
So they went to a Coldplay concert and they didn't expect to be caught on the Jumbotron. Here's what happened.
Like he just ducks. She's like, nope.
Dang.
Dude, I held in the bear market last time, Pepe.
I saw someone.
Pepe millionaire right now.
I saw someone say about this. They said what they should have done was just act like they were together.
Normal. Yeah, just normal.
Yeah.
I'm sure he might would have been found out, but it would have been like significantly longer, I have a feeling.
Right.
Or the fact that the co-worker is right there, and then that could have shared it regardless, you know?
Yeah.
But the fact that how they acted, it was just caught red-handed, you know? He was like, get the cookie jar. He's holding the cookie. You eating the cookie jar?
Yeah.
No. What do you mean you know? It's in your hand. No, I wasn't.
Yeah. So that does bring us to our wrap up.
Well, to wrap up, I'm going to tell everybody thank you who joined today. And shout out to the guy who subscribed to us, because we're at 297. We're 3 away from 300. And I'm going to go, we're going to thank everybody backwards. So we're going to start off Pepe. Thank you, Pepe, for jumping in. Captain Levi. We got Lucas and Ponky and Calvin. GCA and Prey. Thank you for showing up. Nate, thank you for showing up. GIG, thanks for coming in. We got, who else do we got? Jeremer, who was first and last. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. It was a fire stream. I enjoyed it. It was a good Friday. Trent enjoyed it. We appreciate every single one of you. We're the most hydrated Brew Crew community out on the interweb, guys. So cheers. Have a good night. Thank you for showing up. We'll be back tomorrow at maybe a unique time, and we might have a guest. You guys don't even know who it is yet, and we're pretty excited to talk about it. And we will see you guys later. T-Square, the Trentinator are out.